Hi everybody, it's Susan. I'd like to introduce you to something tonight. I have seen one or two people on the internet who have been distressing seam binding, and one of the ladies who I have seen, I believe her name is Beverly, and she has a video that is on Wild Orchid Crafts. She's also on their designer team. And everyone has their own way of making certain things, and I wanted to try and thought that I'd share mine with you. So what I had done here was I kind of really wrinkled up this piece of seam binding just to give myself a head start. And the reason for that was because I like the idea of having it have creases in it. And what you're going to need is you'll need a scissor. You'll need Tim Holtz's Distress Ink by Ranger, and you'll need one of these Inks Essential pads or a sponge, whatever you've got, a makeup sponge, and you'll need whatever color that you like, Glimmer Mist, unless you make your own Glimmer Mist, which I don't have any of that. And so I'm going to take this, I'm going to put some in my vintage photo, and I'm just going to gently put this, and this is not the first time I've done this, guys. You know, way before. I have seen other people using vintage seam binding, distressing their seam binding. I had done this with lace, only to change colors because most of my lace would be cream beige or white, and sometimes on projects I need it to be a little more distressed, so this is what I had done. This video is on behalf of Wild Orchid Crafts. Just wanted to share that with you. This is not their seam binding. I am waiting for a package. However, here in New York we are getting a really big storm apparently tonight, tomorrow morning, and I still have not received my package yet, and just in case, I really wanted to get this video out because I promised. Okay, and what I like to do here is, now you've got a little bit of dampness from the ink that's on here. Scrunch it up a little. Alright. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it very lightly because this is a kind of a dark color. And then something that we all know and love, Bounty Towel. I'm going to get some towel paper and I'm just going to dab it. And I'm going to dab it because it's really wet. Alright, and just keep in mind, I don't know if any of you have experienced, but once I was making lollipop flowers, it went on fire, and like about the next morning, my husband came home, I bought you something, and it was a fire extinguisher. Okay, you're going to take, I'm using the Color Sear heating tool. Whatever heating tool you have works fine. Just don't get too close. And a pair of tweezers, if you have them, or a pencil, or a tip of a paintbrush. And you're just going to, hit this with the heat, and it's going to try to fly around, and it's totally fine. Okay, and what this is doing is drying the Glimmer Mist and any of the ink that's underneath it. Okay, and because I had already wrinkled it up some, it's going to look wrinkled, and I just love the way this appears. And I start to see a little bit of smoke coming out of here, and it's probably like the material and the Glimmer Mist and the ink all in one. Okay. And you're going to use your heat dryer, and I hope that you can see this. This is my third video. I'm so annoyed. Alright. Now you've got this nice wrinkly distressed piece that you can either, now what I like to do, like I had done on this tag, is just make a bow. But that wasn't just a bow that was studied to make perfect. I took it and I went like this, and I went like that, and I went like this, whatever it was, and I just stuck it on. And to make it so perfect doesn't really let it look the way it appears to look. Okay, what I'd like to do with this for you today is just cut the edges off of this. And what I had made earlier is a seam binding twisted rose. Now, most of us have made these twisted roses using ribbons and other materials that were much wider. Since this is very flimsy material and It's quite narrow. You may have a little bit of a hard time, but it's kind of fun. So I'm not going to use any glue on here, and I'm hoping that I'm in the picture. Not me personally, but what I'm doing. Alright, now you're going to take this, you're going to fold it in half. You can follow me if you like. You're going to roll it, and roll it, and roll it. Mind you, this is a small piece. You're going to need at least, I don't know, 24 inches to make a nice size. Okay, now you're going to have this little tiny tunnel there. Do you see that? A little tiny tunnel. And you're going to fold it down, almost like a triangle. And don't try to be perfect. You're going to fold it. Fold it down. Now you're going to twist. Twist and fold. Twist and fold. Twist and fold. You're forming a little bud here. Twist and fold. Can you see that? Twist and fold. Twist and fold. See that little bud forming? You're making a vintage seam binding twisted rose. Alright? See? These are really cute if you make a lot of them. You can put them on your clothing. You can put them on a barrette for a little girl. Really cute, like sew them on a piece of felt with some leaves on the bottom. Then glue them down with hot glue onto a felt, or sew them down with some fishing wire. Okay, I'm just going to step up to my camera here. I don't want to get too close. Now I'm not using any glue for the sake of this video, so that I can speed it up, because this is my third video. Okay, and now you can see that you've got some of the vintage photo in there and some of the chocolate covered cherries glimmer mist that's appearing in different shades with the original champagne color. So it's kind of nice because you've got one side that's been distressed and the other side that's been left the way it was originally. And you're going to keep going, like you see here that I made in this little at the bottom here. Okay, that vintage seam binding rose. Okay, now in the end what you can do is, and I'm sorry to go so quickly, but you're just going to keep twisting. It's really, really easy. Don't worry about mastering it with glue at first. Just keep trying it before you glue it down, because you are working with a very narrow piece of material. So I just wanted to hold it with something for a moment. So you see, let me see if I can. Boy, I hate using this tripod. Now there is the vintage seam binding twisted rose that is distressed by using the vintage photo and a sponge, some glimmer mist, your heating tool, and just rolling it up and twisting it. If you have any questions, please email me. I'll be happy to help you. If you need me to make another video where I'm closer and I have to bring somebody else here to video me, I will. Okay, so on behalf of www.wildorchidcrafts.com, I have presented to you the vintage seam binding distressed twisted rose. Thanks for watching.